Okay, hello everyone, Colin here. This is the Week 8 audio lecture for English 1010 here at Northeast State Community College. And as you can see from the timestamp, this is a relatively short bit of audio because there's really only a couple of things that I wanted to say. There's no reading, for example, that I need or want to discuss. Everything that I think you need to know and should know about the compare and contrast essay I addressed in the previous two lectures, weeks 6 and 7, I believe. And don't forget, there's a copious amount of materials in the Essay 3 module, which is in the Content tab. I suppose one of the most important things that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is because we are on spring break this week, I decided to give everyone an additional 24 hours for Essay 3. So if you go to the Assignments tab, you should see a due date that might surprise you a bit because instead of asking for it by Sunday of this week, I decided to give you until Monday of the following week. So double check that date. It's a little different. This is one of the few, if only, times this semester when I don't want your assignment or your essay on Sunday. You'll also notice with this week's discussion, responsibilities, those do exist even though we are on spring break, but I left a note. Please read that note because, again, I decided to offer a bit of flexibility since we are on spring break this week. As always, if you have any questions, even though, again, I'm also on spring break, I will certainly be at my computer. I'll be grading and doing a variety of other things, so it is more than acceptable for you to send an email. Please do that. It might take me an additional day or so, but please send those emails if and when you have them. The only other thing that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention to remind everyone of this compare and contrast essay, it's perhaps a little more involved. There's more that you need to do, should do, that I want you to do to satisfy those minimum assignment requirements. So ensure that you have read the prompt thoroughly. And here I'm thinking about this counter-argumentative section or portion that I want. Again, I spoke about that at the end of last week's audio lecture. So please be mindful of that. And I think the last thing that I want to say, and this is more than anything just a reminder, in addition to these weekly audio lectures, which I hope you are listening to, I also create and provide video content through D2L on Yuja. And if you have not taken an opportunity to watch or consume that content, I think you should because, and you'll see that I provide more of this content, especially during the research essay. But for each essay unit, I take a student essay from this Patterns PDF textbook. It's not anyone's essay in this course or even a previous student's essay, but I spend a bit of time in those videos just discussing those student essays, and I think they are, again, excellent instructional opportunities for all of you because it can feel a bit intimidating to read the work of George Orwell and to think, my goodness, I will try extremely hard, but I don't think I'm George Orwell. What I think those essays, those student essays, capture is perhaps a more practical and approachable expression of what you can and should do for this course. So I think where someone, for example, like George Orwell might seem unobtainable, I think those student essays, they're more grounded, and I think they offer a more practical expression of what a student from a first semester or first year writing course can hope and expect to produce. So avail yourself of those resources if you have not. Okay, as always, email me if you have any questions. Otherwise, this is Colin Cox for English 1010 here at Northeast State Community College. Thank you and have a lovely week.